So we've already gone over how I use Blackboard, which is pretty much for everything. Okay, all your assignments, all the lectures in Blackboard listed under whatever week in which they take place. Okay. Oh, here's the textbook. Again, very, very good. Please keep up with the reading. Very up-to-date, good book. I'm gonna suggest that homework is due on Thursdays. So classes will go up by Sunday night for that week. So what this says is you should watch the class at least by Thursday, watch the lecture, get the homework done and hand it in as of Thursday night at midnight. So this is an online class, and you're not required to be in a classroom at a particular time or watch the lecture at a particular time. You do it at your convenience, but I'm going to ask you guys to keep up the pace here. So let's try to keep within the week. Don't fall behind. Okay, please. All right. So our fourth topic on our agenda now is an overview of key principles. So just a mini summary now in terms of what we've talked about. Tell them what you told them. We started with an overview of the class, sort of big picture overview of direct marketing and databases, some of the issues that are very much at the front of the business world, having to do with privacy and hacking. And we also made the point that artificial intelligence, using computers to look for relationships among data to try to find answers to questions, is also a very, very positive thing that's happening now. So data, analyzing data has a lot of good results as well. We looked at the syllabus. We talked about how I use Blackboard. We looked at the weekly folders. The first one is up there, week one. And now we're going to move into some more content here. These are some important principles, marketing principles, that I want to establish right here in our first class. So let's get these under our belt in class one. And in fact, one of the homework assignments is going to be based on one of these principles. Here's a definition of marketing. Keys to success in marketing. Here's the definition. Comes from another textbook and another class I have, but it's a pretty good definition. Okay, so you can read it there. It's an exchange. Okay. Here's some other basics in terms of marketing. The most successful products or services meet a need that the public has, some group of consumers has, and they meet that need in a better than any other option. That's called a unique selling proposition. I've got something about my product that it makes it superior to all others at delivering that particular benefit. So I've got a shampoo. The benefit the customer gets from using my shampoo is clean, beautiful hair. They look more attractive. They feel more confident. These are some of the benefits of using this particular shampoo. And I'm just going to make this up. My particular shampoo is great for people with curly hair because it has a special ingredient from the jojoba plant. I'm making this up, of course, found in the Amazon that makes natural curls spring to life in beautiful, lustrous glory. And so that ingredient from the jojoba plant helps me have a unique selling proposition that my shampoo is great for curly hair. Okay? Smart marketers make sure that whatever product or service they're selling meets the need, but meets it better than any other option. If you don't have a USP, you're essentially selling a commodity. Whoop, I need to plug in my PC. And if you're selling a commodity, there are only several ways to succeed. One is to have the lowest price, which is not a great way to build a long-term healthy business. There, I just plugged it in. The other is through customer service and customer relationships. Differentiate yourself. Customers, two kinds of customers. They're my current customers, and there are new customers, new prospects. So I have different marketing efforts against each type of customer for my existing customers. They're in my database, hopefully, and I can reach them very inexpensively via email. For instance, one way to reach them, I can send them mailings also. There are other, and my goal is to understand those people's needs. And just like Jason John, Publishers Clearinghouse, I want to try to strengthen my relationship by sending them emails when they like to get emails, when they like to read them and open them. And I can see that. I can pull that data, send them products that they like. You tend to buy a lot of cooking products from me. If I'm Jason John, I'm going to send you, cooking products. I'm going to focus on this. So build loyalty is what I want to do with existing customers for the most part. And by the way, here's another 3-letter acronym. We had CRM, Customer Relationship Management. This one is another very important one called the Most Valued Customer, MVC. I can analyze transactions in my database and I can find the people who spend the most, from whom I make the most profit, and complain the least. The most loyal people who spend the most, these are my most valuable customers. These are the ones I really want to have the loyalty with. So these are the ones, if I'm a car rental company, I'm going to give you a platinum Avis card. You're going to get special services. You're going to get complimentary upgrades of cars. For example, I'm kind of making this up, but you don't have to check in at the airport. You can take the van right to your car. You get a complimentary phone charger. I mean, on and on and on. I want to deliver a special level of service to you. I want to recognize you as someone who spends a lot of money with me, and I want you to really build the loyalty. And then for new customers, I want to figure out the profile of the most valuable customer. I want to know demographics and psychographics. And I want to find more people like that as new customers. Does that make sense, folks? And it's in finding new customers, that is where most of my marketing budget goes with most companies, particularly if it's a business to consumer company. I spend on advertising. I spend on media. Jason John is spending tens of millions of dollars on TV and internet advertising to reach out to get new customers. All right, so USP, new customers and existing customers, different ways of marketing to each. Another key thing, business decisions should be based on knowledge and research. You want to base your decisions on data, on facts. You want to analyze your business, analyze your competitor's business, see who's going up, who's going down, and try to figure out why. You want data on your customers. You do research when you want to launch a new product. You test it first before you spend hundreds of millions of dollars on building factories and, and on advertising. You test, you research. You let a small group of customers take the prototype of the product home and write in a diary of how they like it. And you read it, you see what works and what doesn't. So you're always testing. You test your advertising. You show consumers your TV commercials embedded in a program that they think they're watching, and then you ask them what ads they remembered and what was the message of the ads. You see whether your ad is memorable. You see whether your ad communicates. Test, test, test. Power of a brand is another important factor in marketing. Think of what kind of phone you have. Most of you have iPhones. Most of you are willing to pay more for an iPhone than for other types of phones. You think it's better. You may also think there's a certain coolness factor of having an iPhone rather than having another type of phone. That's the power of a brand. Apple is one of the best branding companies that there is. Think about getting the product. Think about opening up the box the first time, how it all fits together, how everything is thought out. If I asked you to come up with words to describe iPhone and the Apple iPhone brand, what words would you use? What comes to mind? So brands, building the brand image is something important ads can also do. Now, another very important principle, I said we talk about the purchase funnel, and that's where we are now. So I want you to take out your pencils and think this through. What are the steps a person goes through from not being aware of a product to knowing nothing about it, but maybe having a need to purchasing the product, experiencing the product? What are the concrete steps? What is the decision-making process? And typically people think there are about 7 steps to the process altogether. See if you can think about yourself. What do you go through? Last time you bought something new you hadn't bought before, what was your decision-making process like? Write down the steps, 1 through 7. Take a minute and do that. Stop the tape here. Take a minute and do it. Okay, now we can resume. Okay. And this is the classic purchase funnel. A student of mine did this for me a couple of years ago. I use the acronym ACAPELLA to remember the steps. Awareness, right? First, I'm aware the product exists. Consideration, I'm thinking about it. I'm comparison shopping a little bit. I'm looking at websites for other types of competitors. Does this one have a USP? Is it better than the rest? Now I'm kind of making up my mind that I like the product before I buy it. Then there is the purchase. And once I get it, and again, think about getting the Apple iPhone, I experience the product. I open up the package, I look at the package, I look at the bottle, whatever, I smell, I wash my hair with it, I see how my hair looks, I experience the product. And then if I don't like it, that's not good for the marketer, certainly. There's a real problem. If you have a lot of people trying your product and no one buying it again, you know you better fix your product. That's why you test before you expand and buy national advertising for a product nobody likes. Then if the consumer likes it, you want to get them to buy again. That's almost a half a step in the purchase funnel. A lot of times you'll see if you get something in the mail, you'll get a next purchase coupon, get 20% off if you buy something else from us by Friday. You're trying to build the loyalty engine. You're trying to get the customer in the habit of when they need dog food, they're going to come to you. That builds the loyalty. And this is the customer relationship management. This is where I've got you in my database if I'm the marketer, hopefully. I can do a poll. I can do some research on you, find out more about you, see what you like, what you don't like. I can suggest other products for you to buy. Think how Amazon always does that. And build your loyalty. And hopefully